to talk more is our very own team from Salt Essential IT, Katjivena, who co-hosts this event with me, as well as Ronnel Mwiya, one of our developers at Salt. Please welcome them to the stage.
How are we? Right. Thank you very much for making time to be here today. So we are going to be talking about Web 3.0. Now, I would like to take you back to the early 2000s. There was a company that was very successful, and they were dominating the entertainment industry. So this company had millions of customers and thousands of stores across the world, and they were making money. Life was good for them, I guess. Then there was a company that was relatively smaller, and this company approached Blockbuster, which was a successful company. They approached them with an idea or a new vision. Some of you might know this story. So the vision that Netflix had was that they believed that in the future, entertainment would be consumed through the internet. Now we are in the future, so we can definitely attest to that being true right now. That's what's happening. But at the time, it felt like an unrealistic idea because the internet was still very immature. The internet speed was slow. Streaming platforms were still developing. So it felt like Netflix was trying to solve a problem that didn't exist. So Blockbuster had a choice. They could either choose to explore this new idea, or they could continue working the way they've always worked, doing what had always worked for them. And if you know the story, you know exactly how it ended. Today, Netflix is a global giant, and Blockbuster is a case study. So why am I telling you this story? I'm telling you this story because history teaches us something very important. It teaches us that technology, or rather big shifts in technology in the early stages, can seem insignificant. But they are not. If you think about where you want to be, even in life as an individual, you always have to think about the future and not the present. So, this is where Web3 comes into the discussion. The reason why I'm talking about this story is because Blockbuster did not envision what the environment would be like in the future. They were only thinking about what it was for them or what worked for them at that time. Early, we don't want to be surprised, we want to be prepared. When things happen, we want to be in a position where we can give answers, not based on theory, but based on experiences, based on things that we've done, based on things that we've implemented. So we've taken that step already, and it's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing too complex, but we are taking a step, revamping our website, and the idea or the intention is to deploy it on a Web3 application called the Internet Computer Protocol, or ICP, and currently still in development, but we will have it deployed and live very soon. So you can't go on the website and see it right now, but it's definitely coming. So what is ICP? Now, when people think about Web3, most of the time you think about cryptocurrency, they think about the blockchain, they think about NFTs, but it's bigger than that. Just like the emailing application was not the internet, cryptocurrency is not Web3. These are all applications that form part of a broader environment, or a broader system that is intended to decentralize the way our digital operations work, as organizations, as businesses, or as users of the internet. So I'd like to, before I go too deeper into the details, I'd like you to imagine something. So imagine you own a shop somewhere in a large mall, and your shop is performing very well, you're making a lot of money, right? Just like Blockbuster was making a lot of money before they became a case study. Now, that's the good part, but the bad part is you don't actually own the mall. So you pay rent every month, you pay for security, you pay for maintenance, you pay for utilities. Now, what happens when the owner of the mall decides to increase the rental fee? You need this location because perhaps you chose it strategically for your business. You don't want to just move all of a sudden because a rental fee increased. It might not be good for your business. So you don't have a choice. You pay that rental fee. You don't like the idea, but you don't have a choice. Or imagine something even worse. Maybe a fire breaks out somewhere in one section of the mall and now your shop has to close off. You can't operate anymore. You can't make money. Not because the customers don't like your products anymore or because your products are bad, not because of anything that you need, but because you depended on someone else for infrastructure. And surprisingly, that is how the current internet of today works, because we are in Web 2. Most businesses operate depending on external organizations or external platforms. Their applications, their websites, their customer data, their online presence, their digital operations are all dependent on platforms that are controlled by other organizations. We're talking about cloud providers, platform providers. We're talking about social media companies. So these people control your data. It feels like you own your data because you have access to it, but in reality, it belongs to someone else. And this person has the ability to do a lot of things with your data. We know currently what happens is big tech companies extract data and they sell it to advertising companies and they make profit out of that. So someone is making, I don't like the idea of someone making money out of me. I don't know about you, but I don't. So anyways, that brings us to why there is a shift that is about to take place. There is going to be an evolution. The internet itself as we know it, and it has already started, is about to change. And we have to position ourselves to be ready when it happens. And that's why we've decided to take that step at Essential IT. So the website that we've developed using, because we've developed it and we've configured it to be hosted on the ICP network as I mentioned earlier. So I just want to briefly explain how the ICP works. So ICP is a network, right? Rather not a network, but an application that is on the network. Web3 is still a developing technology, so it can be a bit difficult to understand or to grasp entirely. But yeah, we're getting it, and that's why it's important for us to actually take that step and learn, because we learn by doing, we learn by exploring, right? So the way we implemented it is that we have canisters, right? So you can think of a canister as a smart contract that has storage capabilities. So you would, what we currently have in Web3 is blockchains, right? But the difference between the blockchain and ICP is that ICP doesn't just deal with transactions. It allows you to host an entire application. That means your back end, your front end, even your data can be within one source, right? So instead of you having a website that is a front end hosted somewhere else and the back end or database hosted somewhere else, you have it all under your ownership. And this is secure, and the ownership is proved using cryptographic identities. So that means that nobody else has access to your data, nobody else has access to your applications but you, so it all belongs to you. You don't need a middleman, you don't need centralized services anymore. So AWS or Azure does not own your data or your applications. It all belongs to you.
Do you want to show the demo?
Yeah, maybe we should get into the demo. So I just want to show you a walkthrough of the application. So it's just a normal application, how a normal website works. So we had to, because we are no longer using back-end services or database, anybody else, so it's all in one case. So we had to create a content management system to go with the website. So this is what you're seeing on your screen. This is internet identity. So like I was saying, authentication is done using internet identity. So if you have a CMS for your website, Your users don't need to have a password or a username to gain access. All they need to have is a cryptographic identity that is used to prove ownership and to authenticate your users on the system. So this is just a normal UI. This is how our CMS looks like for us. It's not going to be public. This is an internal system. But just demonstrating that it's possible, it can be done with Web3 architecture and applications. This is our revamped website, which is still in development, as I mentioned earlier, so we are working on, we're still refining it. And once we are done, once we've confirmed that everything works as planned, as intended, and as expected, we are definitely going to have it live and accessible to the public. So I don't think we need to spend too much time explaining this. So I have to branch away from Web3 for a moment and share a new implementation or a new feature that we've added to our website. So for those of you who, I'm sure some of you know about our AI friend, our AI assistant Zolt, right? Yeah, so currently Zolt only interacts with users using text. And what we've done recently is we've implemented speech functionality as well. So because like I was saying, at Zolt, we believe in innovation, we believe in doing things differently, we believe in growth. And as technology changes, we don't want technology to leave us behind, we want to change with it, we want to grow with it. So I'm just going to demonstrate what Zolt can do currently. Okay. It seems my laptop is not here, so I was supposed to demonstrate, but it's for the technicians. Is it possible for me to? Oh no, I have it, but
It's not compatible with the projector. So please bear with us.
okay. Then I think we can just continue. It's fine. It wasn't related to Web3 anyways. But yeah, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, we are just trying to encourage people to take a step. And we know it's when something is still new, when a technology is still new, it can seem very risky. But history teaches us that those who take a step are the ones who are going to reap the benefits when something finally becomes the standard. In the future, Web3 is going to be the big thing. And you want to be prepared, you want to be ready when that happens. You don't want to be left behind. Because 30 years ago, people or businesses asked, do we really need a website? 20 years ago, they asked, do we need social media? 10 years ago, they asked, do we need cloud computing? And now they are asking, do we need Web3? Nobody knows what Web3 is going to be like. We can't say exactly, but we do know that there are going to be a lot of opportunities that will arise. There are going to be a lot of possibilities, because that's what happens with technology. Every single time, it always happens. Nobody thought streaming would be what it is today when Netflix first started. Nobody knew what smartphones would be able to do today when they first appeared. So nobody knows what Web3 is going to be capable of. But if Web3 grows to become anything or anything close to what its supporters envisioning to become, and those who are going to benefit from it are the people who are going to take a step today, and not those who chose to do nothing at all. So with that, I hand over to my colleague. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronnel. So I'm here to speak from the marketing and communications side. So if your website is slow, difficult to navigate, or does not immediately provide value, potential customers or stakeholders will simply move on to the competitor. So a Web 3.0 website focuses on creating seamless user experiences that keep visitors engaged and guide them toward taking action. So whether that action is making a purchase, requesting a quotation, getting your contact details, or booking a consultation. But attracting visitors is not the only challenge. The real opportunity lies in converting those visitors into loyal customers and stakeholders. Modern websites are no longer static platforms, they're intelligent business tools. So through integrated automation, AI-powered customer engagement and smartphones, live chat functionality, personalized user, I wish you could play that while I speak. Personalized user journeys, businesses can respond faster, serve customers better, and generate more qualified leads. So a well-designed Web 3.0 website also strengthens your brand. Your website is often the first impression a customer have of your business. So before they call you, before they visit your office, before they buy from you, they visit your website. So a professional, modern, user-friendly website immediately communicates credibility, trust, and professionalism. So at South Essential IT, we believe a website should not simply look good, it should perform, it should support your sales strategy, it should strengthen your brand, and it should contribute directly to business growth. Because in today's competitive marketplace, your website is no longer just a digital asset, it is a business asset. And with that, I conclude, the businesses that invest in modern customer-centric digital experiences will be the businesses that stand out, grow faster, remain competitive in the years ahead. Thank you so much.